majority of the Thank you all for joining our manager all hands. I feel like we just had one, but we're starting the new year with beginning the manager all hands at the beginning of the month. So thank you. Welcome to our January slide. Next, please. All right, our agenda today, we'll go over our mission, our values. We have some HR and ops updates. And then we're going to skip manager mindset for this month, but then we'll move into our executive corner and then jump into some Q&A. Next. All right. So our mission, as always, is to be my favorite place. At Kitakata Ramen Banai, we are dedicated to crafting an unparalleled dining experience that transcends the ordinary. So our mission is to be or become every guest's favorite place, where they find not only the finest representation of authentic Kitakata regional style ramen, but also an atmosphere of warmth, gracious hospitality, and genuine joy. Next. Perfect. As always, our values. We believe in providing legendary service. We believe that good enough isn't. We believe in honesty and trust. We believe in the ongoing training and development of our people. We believe our continued success depends on teamwork. We believe in doing business in a professional and orderly manner. And lastly, we believe in being responsible to others and ourselves. Perfect. And I'm going to pass it over to Daiso to do the next couple of slides. Daiso, take it away.
Hi, everybody. This is more of a reminder because we just kind of went over this and I've heard a couple things from coming back from the stores. So as you all know, we kind of updated the how the uniform guidelines are being presented. Uh, some people are saying these are new rules and these are like, they didn't know this stuff. It's like the first thing is it's not new rules. These have always been in place. We just kind of been lax on enforcing it. So we're kind of trying to reinstitute all this stuff and get it all out there again and kind of get everybody back on the same page. So the things that I've some of the things that I've heard is like, they don't like the hair, or like they're confused about the hair policy, or they didn't have to wear the colored shirt before and then now they're not sure what to do about this, and like, well, what about my pants? It's like they have to be flat black. It's like if you open the employee manual, the one that everybody gets when they're hired and the one that everybody signs, it says in there all the stuff that's on here. All I did was condense what was on those pages into a one-page graphic. So if you have any questions, or if you get like someone who gets defensive about anything on this and you don't know how to answer it, don't panic. Do your best to deflect it and say, hey, you know what? I get that you have a question. Let's talk to HR and we'll get you an answer. Don't get defensive. Don't be like, well, this is how it is, and you're gonna have to do it. Don't do that. Literally, just deflect what you can. You know, make them feel heard, and just refer to HR to get how to answer that question, whatever it may be. Okay. Next slide, please. This is the other half of the uniform policy. It's like the second page that kind of goes into a little bit more detail about what each piece should look like or how it should be kept. Obviously, there are standards for like tattoos. It's like we're not saying you can't have tattoos, but if it's an offensive tattoo, we might have you like put tape over it or like a big band-aid on it. Um, what's considered offensive? It's actually written in the book, but basically what it is if someone would take a look at that and be offended by it, that's offensive. Our job is not to try to rile people up with whatever we have written on ourselves. So, if someone asks you politely to, cover it up, it should be considered. So, I mean, we will, if there's a religious reason for having it on there, we'll discuss it. Don't, we're not going to say, nope, no, you have to do it my way. No, we will discuss it. So, but that kind of stuff, there are rules and procedures for that, and you have to get permission and back up with documentation. But like I said, don't start fights over the stuff. It's just, this is the policy. We're trying to make a standard and make sure that everybody is presentable, so that we're a family oriented restaurant. We want to stay that way. We want to make sure that everyone feels welcome to be here. And if someone has a question about the policies. You don't have to be heavy-handed. Just literally just refer it to HR, and we'll sit down and discuss it. Okay. Next page, please. Shift meals. So this kind of started at the beginning of this year. If you have any questions, let us know. But it's pretty self-explanatory. The meals are basically whatever's on this page here, and if you have any additionals that you want to add to it, it is out of pocket, and then but it is one item per shift, and the rest of the rules are written at the bottom of the page in that small gray box, the lower half of the page. And if again, if there's any questions, bring it up with HR. We're more than happy to discuss. Okay, I believe that's that all my slides. Oh, a little announcement for next month. We have, everybody should have gotten their posters by now, or if not, they will be getting it within the next day or so. So we're starting the Mizore Ramen seasonal item from the beginning of February. It's going to run for 2 months. So it's going to run through February and March. And then what it is basically, for those of you that don't know, Mizore means sleet. So it's like when you put the grated daikon radish in the soup and it looks like melting snow in your soup. It looks like sleet. That's where it gets its name. You will get to try it at least, during when they're not testing it, but like when you're preparing it to give it see what it's like. The description is in the poster. It kind of tells you what it tastes like. It's got hints of yuzu and daikon radish. It's a peppery flavored and yuzu pepper in there. So it's one of my personal favorites. The reason there's 3 posters up here is because the prices are a little bit different at different locations. Irvine is set a little bit higher than the other California locations, and Illinois is set a little lower than everywhere because of just how demographics. So make sure you understand that there are different prices, but you don't have to announce it like wildly. Just know that they're different by where you're located at. Okay, and I believe those include my slides, and I believe the next slide will be up for Melanie. She's going to go over some safety tips for you guys.
Yep. Hey everyone, Melanie here with some safety updates. Just more so scenario based, being regarding sharp waste. So we just created a scenario to run by you guys, and the scenario being a bowl breaks during service. Staff member sweeps up the broken pieces and throws them into the trash bin. What we can do better, or more so, new standard operating procedures regarding any sharp objects that are disposed into or should be disposed. So essentially, when a bowl or any sort of sharp object is to be disposed of or sharp waste, all broken pieces must be handled as sharp waste. So being sure to sweep up the broken items carefully with like a broom or dustpan and just avoiding using your bare hand. This is just to make sure that no one is getting a cut or anything of that sort if they use their hands. So we just want to make sure and avoid any sort of potential injuries. So sweeping up and using a broom and dustpan at all costs, and then placing all the broken pieces into a separate trash bag, not the general like waste bin with all of the other trash. And just making sure to separate a trash bag for them and designate it for any sharp or broken items. And do not, again, mix any broken pieces into the separate trash bag designated for sharp or broken items. Being sure to dispose of the sharp items as soon as possible, but if it happens to be busy at that time, or if you just can't at that exact moment, just make sure to label it with maybe like a piece of tape that says sharp broken items and setting it out of like foot traffic areas or something of that sort, just to make sure that it's in a safe place away from where staff or anyone can really brush against it or even mistake it for just general trash. So just being sure to label it as, again, sharp broken items with like a piece of tape or something very visible for anyone that happens to see it knows that, okay, I need to be careful with this. So just, again, place it into a safe designated location away from the regular trash, just to make sure it's not mixed or thrown away as normal trash. And yeah, so just, again, making sure to dispose of it into the dumpster as soon as possible. preferably in the moment, but again, we understand it gets busy sometimes in the restaurants, so just setting it aside if you can't do it in that moment and just again labeling it as needed. But just something to note is that when we mix broken items with regular trash, it can cause serious injuries like cuts, mainly being, but these injuries to employees may happen because the employee doesn't know what's inside the bag. So that's why I want to put emphasis on separating them and labeling them. So yeah, so moving forward, we want to make sure that all staff are informed and trained that sharp or broken items are never mixed with regular trash, and managers should reinforce this with the pre-shift meetings or just in general safety trainings and like making sure to um, mention this to new hires as well. And staff should always remain cautious when broken items are being taken out to the dumpster, um, whenever it might be, whether in the moment or just eventually whenever they get the chance. But this procedure is really just to reduce the risk of cuts and injuries and just keep everyone safe.
Jason, I saw a hand.
Yeah, not a question, but maybe this could be
Second time.
beneficial for everybody. One thing at Hoffman Estates, what we do, we have like a Home Depot bucket that's like as bright as my hat. So it's like, you can see it. We dispose the like broken bowls or ceramic into that bucket. A bucket's not going to tear like a plastic bag will. And it's clearly labeled like broken dishes. So we throw it in there and then we try to take it out daily or every few days once it fills up, and we store it like underneath three compartment sinks so like nobody can trip on it or you can't fall into it. It's just, in my opinion, it's easier, safer to like lift a solid bucket and dump it in the
Right.
trash and try to like carry things. So that's just what we do. I don't know if anybody can use it, and a bucket's like $4, so it's not super expensive.
Yeah, so that's also another option if you have the space for it. So mainly we mentioned like a bag more so for like the restaurants that don't have as much extra space. So if you guys do have space for an extra bucket to designate for sharp waste, that's perfectly great and that's even preferred. But again, if you don't have the space or anything like that, you can use the plastic bag route and just label it as mentioned. But yeah, main thing is just to separate it. Yes.
Separate, yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, I'll pass it to Mai.
Thank you, Mel. All right. This one, just a quick update on this. I know for the most part, most of this, most of the times when you guys submit feedback to HR, we get back to you pretty quickly in terms of approving them and then you delivering it to the staff. I do want to just make sure I do put kind of a deadline around it. So overall, managers have 14 days from the date of the incident to document and resolve the feedback and essentially close out the feedback, right? That means, right, we don't wait until like, hey, it's a month later and we deliver it in the system, right? As soon as, the incident happened, if Johnny Smith is late one day, right, we deliver it as soon as Johnny Smith comes in on the next shift, right? And then close it out in the system. That's how fast the feedback should be. There shouldn't be any delays in terms of, things like that, like why there may be like one that's a month out or things like that. If someone's out on leave or something, then we can definitely put that in the notes. Say, hey, Johnny Smith was out on leave all month, and that's why we couldn't deliver it, right? But the main purpose of this is just ensuring that we don't issue a new feedback until that prior feedback is actually delivered, right? Because Johnny Smith can say, hey, you never told me about that other incident. Now you're telling me about this other incident, right? So we just want to make sure that we issue the feedback, it gets delivered, closed out in the system, and if it happens again, we can progress to, that first, second, final termination, all of those things, right? So just want to make sure there is a timely matter when it comes to these feedbacks. That's all I have on my end. And then lastly, I did want to introduce Wolfgang. I know last time we kind of briefly mentioned it, but Wolfgang, I do want to welcome you to the team. He is our new AGM for Kearny Mesa. He started in December. I do want you to just hop on, say one or two things about yourself.
Hi, how's it going, everyone? Name is Wolfgang. Enjoying my first month with the team. Little things about myself is spent some time traveling for right after the pandemic. So I worked in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And another thing is that I enjoy collecting and playing instruments. So at the most, I probably had 16 guitars stashed away in my apartment, and I've luckily whittled it down to 8. So kind of like an addiction, but little kooky things about myself. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate being part of the team.
Thank you, Wolfgang. Welcome to the team. All right. And then lastly, just want to remind you all of our contact information. We should refer, staff members to email the human resources at bond-ni.com email address in case they have questions. Just because, Mel and I, Diza, we all have access to that. So if one person's out, like myself, I'll be out for the next 2 weeks. So in case I don't respond, someone else on the team can respond. Same with our HQ phone number. Please refer them to, call the HQ line versus like a direct person or anything like that. Obviously, if we're out of the office, on the out of office times, feel free to reach out to Daiso directly. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and pass it over to Kodai for some operational updates. Kodai, are you there? Your volume might be off.
Oh, can I go the other one? The other one first. Is okay? The other one.
Oh, next page.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Hi guys. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
So yeah. So actually, thank you for your hard work every day. And I would like to inform you that yeah, we have created a new manual for the service steps. Sorry, it's very small. I'm gonna send you guys, but let me tell you some points. But before going into the detail, I want to say that also for you guys are already providing very, very good service. But since I go to other locations, there are some differences in the way each store operates. So with this new manual, we would like to take this opportunity to standardize our service. Then please refer to this chat for the details points. I will focus on the key points that I would like you to pay special attention to. So basically the service steps are the same as before. However, regarding drink service, after the guests arrive, you may serve water for the number of guests first. Of course, if there are any requests such as hot water or no ice, that's okay. Please, give the customer first. Then, so before we took drink order at beginning, always, but now you can give water first and then ask drinking order when you take food order too. So at the same time, it's okay. So the point is, I would like to give the guests to think about what they want for the drinks. Sometimes customers seated, then we ask, what would you like to drink or something like that. I've seen that so many times. But if the guest comes here for the first time, they don't even know what we have. So we should give the time to the guest and then take order. It's gonna be, I think, increasing the number of drink orders in the future, I think. So please try to do that way. So already you can give water first, then ask drink orders. And also, when serving items, if there are any delays, so when you serve food, please always say thank you for waiting. Always please try to say that. And also, if it takes longer, like more than 15 minutes, please try to say, oh, sorry for the wait, or every time, please try to say those words. And also, especially like for the kids, the ramen is really hot, you guys know. So please tell them, oh, it's really hot, please be careful. So those words, always please tell customer, onegaishimasu. I think it is very important. And and then we can avoid some accidents or something like that. And also, when you are behind the customer, sometimes they don't realize. So always say, excuse me, or thank you for waiting. And then they notice how weird behind of them. Then, nothing happened. So those things and those points, so please be careful in the future. Onegaishimasu. But more details is on the seat. So please, yeah, check that. I'm gonna send it to you guys later. And if you have any question about that, please ask me anytime after the meeting. Please, not right now. My English is not good. After the meeting, I can use ChatGPT. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Onegaishimasu. Thank you so much. And then Maija, please go back to the last one. Okay. So, and this is a daily food loss log. So right now we don't record what we throw away, waste, we make different, we make green chip, it's supposed to be takata, or so there are some mistakes, and then we throw away or blah blah blah. Oh, it's not target, it should be gyoza, but yeah, we sometimes throw away the food. Then we didn't count. So I want to start using this one. And then the purpose of this to understand which items are frequently made incorrectly and how much food is being discarded. So by being more aware of this, we believe mistakes can be reduced. So we would like to implement this good going forward. Is English correct? Okay. But anyways, yeah. So please tell all the employee that, especially kitchen side, but also server side, try to not make a wrong one. And also, if always we think about it, everybody try to make correctly and in no waste. That's the perfect. Every day zero waste. That's the perfect. So please try to do that. To use this one, maybe at beginning, maybe so many mistakes, but in the future, maybe a couple months after, we think about everybody's like, try to make correctly, and it's gonna be reduce wasting food. So let's use this one. Also, please ask me anything about this after the meeting. No, right now, after the meeting. Yes, onegaishimasu.
わかりました。
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you so much. Yes, so from me, those two things is the new for you guys. I want to share. Thank you so much for every day.
お疲れ様でした。
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。はい。Thank you, Mike. Oh, yes. Oh, at the end, sorry. This is the same as the service steps. And from next month is okay. I want to use this sheet for all the servers. Oh, they do correctly. They do follow the manual, the rule of the service step. And it's I believe everybody can do that. But maybe some in the future for the new workers or blah blah blah. So you can use this sheet. And if you don't follow this one, you miss something. Oh, it's not good still. Or you are still training or it's good. But it's good for you guys. So let's try to use that. And also about this, please ask me anything in the future after the meeting if you have questions. But it's not. I'm still making that. I need to add one more thing to this sheet. So I'm gonna make the better one, and I'm gonna send it to you guys. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Kodai. All right, we'll turn it over to Yui, and then we'll do some Q&A at the end. Yui, all yours.
Hi guys, let me turn on my video. I'm driving right now, so let me see. Can you? You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Happy New Year, guys. Hopefully you had a good, relaxing New Year and the Christmas. So I think it's been just like a couple weeks since the last meeting, so it's so quick. But this is the December number. It's not the finalized number, but it's pretty accurate. So as you can see, still, we keep in the good, those green highlights. So that means we are beating last year's number, so which is good. So let's keep, doing that for coming months. It's just, Costa Mesa and TKC is a little bit behind, but, I guess we can catch up still. So fresh year, fresh new year. And like Kodai, prepared all these service manuals, let's really spend time and reading those so that you guys understand fully. And then I want you to, communicate that to your team members because, those team members without them performing, we can't really have this, in the flow. So this is very essential. So, we can make all these materials, documents, and, those uniforms and like meal guidance and stuff, but unless we really communicate to our team members and they understand, it's just meaningless and it's just waste of time. So let's just, really, want each managers to speak to each, staff members about this, that, we are on the same page. And then our service will improve further. So that's the first thing. So, area managers, Kazu, Kodai, Kunio, and also Daiso, they'll be working, very hard, kind of, rebuilding the manuals in all these roles. So, as items get ready, it will be published, and I want you guys to read everything so that you guys master all these, manuals and like our standards. Yeah. So that's gonna be, I think it's gonna be released very soon, like, February, March. So then all these materials will be ready. So then we just have to really, teach, coach our teams and just continuously monitoring and improving how they do things our way. Okay. So then I think that's pretty much it. So at this point, I'm still working on the 2 locations for Illinois. I'm, very close to signing a deal. I've been signing a lease agreement, so it's almost there. And other than that, I haven't found any locations yet, but I'm still, continuously hunting for locations. So as things come up, I'll communicate to you guys. So I think that's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Yui. All right. We still have 15 minutes to spare. I'll open up the floor. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to ask. If you want to stick around, we'll still be here for a few minutes. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add. Questions?
Reminder, Mai will be out for the next 2 weeks, so relay anything to me and Daiso.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. All right. All right, we'll be here for an extra few minutes, so we'll stay back. If anyone has any questions for us or for the area managers, you can stay back. But other than that, have a great Friday shift and a great rest of your weekend. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Wolfgang. Bye, Jason.
Bye.
See you in the next one. Any questions before I hang up? All right. Thank you all. Bye, Daiso. Bye, Mal. See you when I get back.
Have a safe trip.